Well, g'day everybody. Today is Thursday, 27th Feb. I lose track, but it doesn't matter, because I'm here to present to you another message of hope. Okay. Now, you may have seen the story making the rounds recently, like last week or so. The Collingwood Football Club sent letters to its members over the age of 50 asking them to consider including the club in their wills. Very interesting. So the letter they sent was titled, and I want you to hear this: "Yes, I will stand side by side forever," which is their slogan. It included a tick box option reading, "I have included Collingwood Football Club in my will. Please send me my welcome pack." Alright. One man's 78-year-old mother received it, you see. She tore it up in anger and put it in the bin. Another supporter received it while fighting leukemia. That's terrible, hey? I mean, it's terrible to have that condition. The response from that family was direct, because there are a lot of costs associated with that. Hospital bills I'm talking about. It feels pretty awful, wouldn't it? Now, to be fair, and I try to be fair on this channel, all 18 AFL clubs run bequest programs. So it's nothing new. And this is apparently standard practice across Australian sport, charities, universities, and even some churches. G'day, g'day. Now, Collingwood CEO apologised for any discomfort, but defended it as commonplace. And Eddie Maguire, God bless him, never one to stay quiet, shrugged it off with, "You fish where the fish are." I'll let you form your own opinion about that particular phrase. Okay, so here's what this story did for me. It did crack open a conversation I think Christians need to have more honesty than we usually do. Because the question of what happens to what we've accumulated when we die, who gets it, when they get it, whether they even deserve it, that's a question most of us quietly sidestep until we can't anymore. Yeah, don't leave it too late. A friend of mine raised exactly this recently. She's never married, has no children, and she was honest about this. Doesn't think particularly highly of her nieces and nephews. She spoke about this more than once. I can see that her parents are elderly and she's likely going to outlive them. So she asked, "Hey, what do I actually do with what I built? Who does it go to? Does it have to go to family at all?" Yeah. It's a good question, and I told her the same thing I'll tell you today. Study what the Bible says about it and pray. So not just quickly or casually, but genuinely, because it's a very serious topic. You got to think about it. And also because this decision reveals something important about where your heart actually is. Which brings me to Matthew chapter 6, verse 21. "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." Okay? Now, just read the passage again if you have to, rewind it. It's not where your heart is, your treasure will follow. Oh no, it's the other direction. Where you send your treasure, your heart goes with it. Which means the question of who receives inheritance isn't just a legal or financial question. It's a question about where you want your heart pointed in the years you have left and beyond. I'm going to come back to what Jesus said, and Jesus told a parable that's directly relevant here, and most people don't know what triggered it. Do you? Well, someone in the crowd interrupted him mid-teaching and said, "Tell my brother to divide inheritance with me." So it was an inheritance dispute, right there in the middle of Luke chapter 12. And Jesus didn't settle dispute. He told a story, as he normally would. So it goes like this. A rich man's land produced abundantly. So abundantly that he had nowhere to put it all. Wow. And he said to himself, this is the detail I keep coming back to. Right? He talked to his own soul. He said, soul, and you have a soul, right? And a spirit. You have ample goods laid up for many years. Relax, eat, drink, be merry. Life goes on. Life is good. I think there's something almost darkly amusing about the man reassuring his own soul with a full barn, almost until the next time. Because God said to him, fool, this very night your soul is required of you. And the things you have prepared, whose will they be? Yes, whose will they be? Now that question followed me around ever since I first really read into it. I don't think it was a threat. It was a genuinely unsettling invitation to think clearly about something most of us prefer to leave and not think about, right? And I thought about it. I'm going to give you my honest position on the inheritance question. Like I said, I'll try to be fair. And I'm going to say, I don't think there is one right answer that fits every situation. It's just not possible. Okay? Everyone's different. I mean, a good man leaving inheritance to his children and grandchildren. The prophet speaks well of that. Given generously to God's work now rather than waiting until you die. There's a strong biblical case for that too. And for someone like my friend, no children, complicated family relationships, again, the answer might look entirely different, right? What I can tell you is where I've based it personally, or at least where I'm landing. Excuse me, I've got the burps. Because honestly, I'm still working through this. The ministries I support have written to me about including them in my will. Of course, I take that seriously. I've been with them for so long. I like them. I haven't signed anything yet, but I'm asking the same questions. I'm going to encourage you to think about. Will this organization outlive me? Will the work continue faithfully after I'm gone? Is this genuinely kingdom work, or is it just a good cause dressed up in Christian language? They're very serious questions to have if you're going to leave somebody behind. Those aren't easy questions to answer, but I think they're the right ones. Because here's what I keep coming back to. The Collingwood letter asks, what will your legacy include? Which is not a bad question for everyone to ask. Everyone's got to go through that, right? No matter how much or how little you've got. Right? That question is just directed at the wrong kingdom. So friend, when the letter eventually arrives in your mailbox, a letter similar to that maybe, and sooner or later something like it will you know where your treasure is pointed? Quite simply because that's where your heart has been going all along. Hey, it has been a great message. Thanks for being with me. If you like this video, put a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share this video to someone who needs it. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.